Hey guys, and welcome to another from the collection. This one is actually very recent and, in fact, not a mass buy, not a, 3 for $5 buy, not a, hey, I just bought, 50 for $10 kind of buy. This is actually one that I, sought out and got. It's $20, plus shipping and handling, but it was awesome. That is Tuskegee Heirs #1. Can't wait for the second one. Basically, the plot for this is it's set in the year 2096, I believe. 2096. Officially, July 24th. Oh, sorry, July 29th. Time 6:07 p.m. Location skies above Andalusia, Alabama. Now, what I love about this is that, first and foremost, I'm a Southern boy. Grew up there for the first 8 years of my life, and long story short, so I've always had this thing, especially about the Tuskegee Airmen, and you can actually look that up because I talk about it when I was doing whatever the Aftershocks comic book that I covered last was. It was about the Tuskegee Airmen. God, I wish I could remember the name right now. Yes, I am just getting over the flu, and yes, I haven't slept in 24 hours. You know how it is. Sleeping in a coma for X amount of time, you kind of can't sleep. So, and yes, I am currently horribly lit using the webcam on my new laptop, which is slightly better than the last one I had, but not by much. Actually, you'll probably look back and go, wow, actually, you look worse. Thanks for that. Anyways, so Tuskegee Heirs, Flames of Destiny, takes place in this world where, piloting is out. Apparently, in 2081, new ordinance, new treaty came in, and pretty much anything with a cockpit was either destroyed or melted down and recycled. So you actually have this group of kids flying P-51 Mustangs and, pretty much learning how to shoot and everything like that in this futuristic world. But of course, they're keeping it under the radar, or at least somewhat under the radar, as the team of, let's see, we'll go with Genesis, Slip, Iana, and Omar, are met by Abel, this kid who pretty much knows everything about piloting, who's done simulations, I'm assuming, because he pretty much has this whole car ride where he's going to this base to meet these people. He doesn't know that yet, but he's going to this base to meet these people, going, yeah, unfortunately, Colonel Mars, I'm assuming it's his father. Actually, I think it is his dad, or at least someone very close to him, because they're driving. Also, I just want to say that is a car that everybody needs. I'd take 7. But it pretty much, yes, it's onboard son. So, yeah, Colonel Mars is Abel's dad, but Abel doesn't know what he's getting into. So all of a sudden, he gets to the airfield, and it's like, oh man, you guys have you guys have fully functional P-51 Mustangs. Oh my god, that's awesome. I got to get up there. So after we see Slip's the hothead, the I'm awesome. He's the Maverick, but like how Maverick would actually do in an actual air thing. He's not sticking formation, gets shot down all the time with the paintball bullets they use. So, you know, but then Abel's like, yo, let's go up there, let's do this. And, he shows that he's an ace, and that's awesome. But then Genesis gets shot down from an unknown location, gets actually shot down. Explosion, kaboom, and all that. And then it turns into, you know, Omar's like, okay, I'll go get her. You guys go back to base. Because Colonel Mars is like, yo, y'all got to come back. and, you know, we have a rescue mission. Ayana, who's pretty much field leader, captain, whatever you want to call her, and she's usually the point, so she's like, yes, we do have a rescue mission. Genesis is one of our people. We gotta go get her. But Abel and Ayana are sent. Actually, it looks like Abel, Ayana, and Slip are sent to rescue the senator from Atlanta, Georgia, which is under attack from stuff and things. But here's where it gets awesome. And this actually left me going, that's no Zaku. Anyone who gets that reference, love you. But well, actually, it'd be a Macros. Should have made a Macros joke. But either way, or Robotech. But either way, so they're like, okay, we gotta, fine, we'll go do this rescue mission, save the senator and whatnot. But then Colonel Mars is like, y'all ain't taking the P-51s. You guys are taking these. Hold on. Gonna need to show you this one. Because, oh my god. The P-5000 Mustang. Yes. It is straight from anime heaven. And, yeah, you can definitely tell that this comic is really just vibrantly, one, you've got someone who's a fan of the, like, blue gendery, the, anime. So, anyways, they get the P-5000 Mustangs, and they get sent to take out, to go save the person. And, well, their enemies are these gunbots, and then these bipedal mechs come out of nowhere, and, they save the senator, but the senator's like, okay, now that the bipedal mechs are here, we get to see the coolness of the P-5000, and that is giant robot fight. Yes, I'm not actually showing you panels because honestly, this is a book you totally need to get. It's like so freaking cool. And so anyways, and then we get robot fight. It's kind of awesome. But that's where it pretty much ends. The action continues with the team save. Tuskegee Airmen 2 is coming out, and that looks awesome. I actually really, really want one of these posters just to turn around and hang in front of or behind, when I do this, because I'm going to set the vlog thing up. I know I've been promising that for a while now, and then I went off air, but housing issues aside, kid issues aside, because that's eating up most of my time, and then Patreon problems. But anyways, like, seriously sweet. And also, if you haven't noticed, the art in this is actually really freaking cool. And it's truly one of my favorite additions to my collection because, well, again, I've always loved the Tuskegee Airmen. And then as soon as, I think it was, Black Nerd Chick or someone on my Twitter, I can't remember, Blurred Chick, that Blurred Chick, maybe, shared, oh, hey, here's a list of all the things you should read. And Tuskegee Heirs was there. And then as soon as I saw it, I'm like, great. Another fantastic comic I need to go out and buy. And I did. And just, it's awesome. But the biggest reason because this is the first official comic that I've bought solely, as in hard copy, solely for any of my channels. Be it, this one, ComicSins, or the main channel, Comic Archivist. I've bought comics based off of what I did for the Comic Archivist, and technically first issues was a lot of me buying and being handed comics for first issues, and I may do a first issues on this solely so I can write it out. But basically, I've ramped. This is pretty much my first issues on this because it is sweet. The art is fantastic. And yeah, I know this is actually going to be my longest video. But the art is fantastic by Marcus Williams and Omaka Schultz. Pages 1 through 17. Trying to figure out when 17 would end. Maybe, actually, I think I know exactly when. Because once we start getting into the city, you can actually see, like, not necessarily the colors change, but at the same time, maybe it's just with how more bombastic it gets that, like, you get stuff like that, and it's less that the art, becomes wicked or anything like that, but it becomes looser, and you get to feel this fluidity to the artwork that I think Marcus Williams works great on. And Marcus and Greg Burnham, Marcus Williams and Greg Burnham, do the story for this, and it just works so much. And I'm actually really sad that I didn't find this on Kickstarter although to be fair, I have a problem with Kickstarter because, yeah. But it is one of those comics that you need to go out and buy right now. And if you are someone who vlogs or anything like that, do it. Do a vlog on it. Do this, that. Because this is one of those comics that I love as a fan of, not necessarily, just Air Force style history or what the Tuskegee Airmen represents or anything like that. But come on, mechs. We, and now I'm going to go off into a small little tirade here. We as Americans, especially when it came to comic books and media in general, we never got into the mech side of things. We always stole from Japan, you know, Robotech, which by the way, airplane shifting into bipedal mode, or Voltron, even Transformers, if I remember rightly, was animated overseas and then brought here. To be fair, that's because they sank a lot of money into Transformers. But this is one of those books that I know a lot of people will go, yeah, on because it is slightly more expensive. Let's be honest here. If I recall, it's $15 to $20. And it's one of those things that, you know, I like the indie scene far more than I do. I may go, "Hey, Marvel's doing this thing okay," or I need to get all the issues of Injustice or anything like that. But independent art, especially when it comes to this, is something that we as comic fans need to get behind. And I'm not talking about it on like a race level because I know several people have talked about this and went, solid brother, but it's good. It's not the way it's written has very little, at least, in this, is that it's very little to deal with on a political level like Black was, which I did get flack for me liking Black, but not the reason. And yes, I'm burying myself here. Short answer is fantastic book. And I can't wait to read number 2. And everyone should go out and read it. Whether or not it's because, you feel that this representation needs to be in comics, be it because you just like fucking giant robots punching each other. Because let's be honest, we need a lot more of that homegrown robot punching here. We have what? Pacific Rim? And again, Transformers sort of, but and Transformers. But do we want Michael Bay Transformers to be that? Like I get the new Voltron for Netflix is good, and Transformers apparently the last couple cartoons have been great, but we're really on the deficit side here, and in comic books, especially in comic books, we don't get a lot of fighting giant super mechs. So short answer, and by short answer I mean this is a 15-minute long video. Go and buy it. Don't just buy it. Go, they have the shirts. Buy a shirt. The shirts look cool. And just, yeah. I know I just rambled for 15 minutes, but guess what? This comic deserves the ramble. So, go out and get it. if you do get it, turn around and go, hey, the archivist said this was awesome. And you know what? He's right. Maybe I'll get that free poster. Yes, I kid. Mostly. So, anyways, like me on Facebook. If you have read this, or if you do read this, let me know in the comments below whether or not you want to check something out, where you've got giant robots fighting each other because giant robots. If giant robots do not make you want to buy this book, if giant robots, aren't your cup of tea, well, then I pity you. But seriously, check it out. Let me know in the comments below what you think. And right? Hey, awesome. You picked up this great book. If I'm wrong, let me know. Say why you didn't like it. Maybe it's because there's not really commas in this book. Or maybe there's a little bit of dialogue bubbles that are just weird for you. Whatever it is, let me know in the comments below. Also, if you have any Kickstarters or if you have any indie comics that, you'd be like, yo, you should totally check this out. Well, let me know in the comments below. I will try and do what I can. When it comes to money, that's a little tight, but that is why also pledging to my Patreon is really given, or is really a good thing. Or even donating books to me. Donations help a lot more than I'd like to admit. So, also like me on Facebook at The Archivist. Follow me on Twitter. All the links to that are in the down below. If you do pledge to my Patreon, that also covers ComicSins, the CinemaSins knockoff for comic readers, which doesn't have really any good view numbers, so I kind of have it on hiatus. And the Comic Archivist, my main channel, which granted only has a few more subscribers than here, so. And yeah, I will catch you on the flip side. Stay golden, Inklings, and peace.